What's going on, YouTube? I wanted to maybe address something with Capcom's new art contest. It seems nobody else has put a video out about this, so I figured I might as well at least shed some light on this. Within their art contest, they challenged many artists to come up with the new "Here Comes a New Challenger" screen. And now that it's concluded and all that, this was back in, I think it started in May. A lot of the processes of their selection ended in July, I believe. And here are the winners submissions. And here we're going to do a close-up. There's 26 of them, but there's one of them that has a small issue. What y'all may notice or may not, most of these are done by professional artists. No issues whatsoever with any of these pieces. Now, there's going to be one. There's a person that entered in 3 pieces. The piece that we have an issue with is this right here. And I'm going to show y'all who pointed this out. But there's some kind of inconsistencies with just the image alone. If you check around the edges right there. Normally, I mean, a beginning artist would have some issues like that. But this might be AI generated. We'll get into that in just a moment. But as you can tell, a lot of these are just phenomenal pieces that they all deserve to win, except 25 of them deserve to win except for this one, the Kimberly piece. This DJ one is probably one of the best, along with that Marissa. But as you can tell, I mean, a lot of people pour their hearts and times into these. Now, and the reason I bring that up is because in the rules that we will go all the way down to here. In a contest description, persons residing in the U.S., each entrant may submit art designs meant to shown within Street Fighter 6 game. Players, when a new challenger joins, new challenger, 26 available characters as of June 3rd for avoiding doubt, including most recently added characters in Atlanta. Entrants may submit multiple art designs. Each entry is limited to 1 winning. The contest rules apply only to entries that are in designated territories. Entries from Japan, Europe, Middle East, and including the Republic of India, Africa, Oceanic, Japan, EMEA, and any other Asian regions are subject to and governed by respective contest rules for those territories, subject to here. The only one we care about is the U.S. for as the moment. Art designs must comply with the following specifications. The display area should be 3840 times 2160 pixels, DPI 72, and format PNGs. That way they can apply it to the here's a new challenger background and all that. Color mode RGB. Designs may utilize any drawing technique. However, here's the kicker. The use of generative AI is prohibited. This is the kicker here. Designs must be submitted via X, formerly known as Twitter, by posting the design with the designated hashtag Street Fighter 6 Art Contest 2. Each design submission will be considered as an individual entry, referred to as entry. The contest is free to enter. No purchase of any kind is necessary. The deadline is June 29th, which is already passed and gone. Now, I will say I'm very glad, thanks to my friend Mundo in our local Discord, he pointed this tweet out. Hoodratt probably considered not doing this. He was, along with some others, found this. I'm usually not one to do this, and I don't make these accusations lightly, but I have strong reasons to believe one of the winning entries for the new Challenger 2 is partially or fully made within AI. I've compiled a list of evidence that back up my claim. Now, and the other person that was big that he credits, now there's others. He's not anti AI or whatever. But also huge shout out. Now, there's only one person I found within this thread that besides shout out to all those that helped him compile this. The only other one is Mango here. Shout outs to Hoodrat and Mango. They're both wonderful artists. Definitely check out some of their pieces here. I mean, they excellent. And Mango, I will have all the links and everything to the social medias posted down below. Both these two are wonderful artists. Please definitely give them a follow, like, and such. Now, within his Google Doc here, we'll go to where he believes they're the first instance. These are all by the same account, which is Lilith Ascends 6 or Lilith Ascends. Now, we're going to look through, and to help, the reason I can help point some of this is I do have a lot of years working with digital media, of just doing Photoshop work, working Adobe Illustrator, After Effects, working with like Corel, Paint Studio, many other different programs throughout the years. I've even recently been learning a lot of different, like at least 4 of the new AIs to see how they generate work, see how they work and all that. Now, the Akuma piece is probably the most telling. This right here is 2 different art pieces from, this is Chunlo. I used to follow him. Great artist. Follow him if you get a chance. And the other piece is from Hungry Clicker. If you know who Hungry Clicker is, he's done work for Capcom, Pokemon Company, many other companies throughout the gaming industry. Now, as you can tell, if I can get this to, we're going to zoom in here just a little bit. And I wanted to point this out because a lot of this doesn't match up quite correctly. There's a lot of the edges right here that just don't form quite well. Now, this is probably one of the most obvious photo manipulations, because someone that's done any form of art, you wouldn't have this type of outline. Part of this was ran through some AI filter of some kind. I know they definitely took this into Photoshop and started clipping around, because no one would have these edges right here, which we're going to point out. No artist would leave their edgings like this. There's obvious, just like weird clipping here. This normally you wouldn't have this, even right around here. You wouldn't have these subtle little mistakes. And I mean, this is a photo manipulation. And for those that don't know what that is, it's taking several images, kind of mashing them together. But I mean, just throughout all of this, like even one of the most telling parts is like right up here above Akuma's head. Like you wouldn't have this. Just some of this is just way too inconsistent. And like looking back at this piece, just you can tell where the hands were taken and such. And just right here, these are very telling. These were ran through a filter of some kind. The Akuma was probably they put some filters over it to change. No one will have such inconsistencies if they're style, unless they're a very beginner. And this definitely isn't like beginner level stuff here. I can tell you that. But whoever the person was that had this account made some grave errors. Now they had another entry, which was this right here. Now we will bring this up right here, the original and the redirect notice. Yes, go to Pinterest. As you can tell, let's zoom out a bit here. This is Android 18 artwork. Now they definitely put this through something. This definitely went through some partial AI. There's some inconsistencies still. I mean, the original artist right here is, I mean, as far as you can tell, this is All right, I really hate when they do this. Let's back this up here. I don't know if this is the original artist. I don't know who the original artist is. I'll have to relook and find out. Let's see in the document if that was in there. No, but it was found on Pinterest regardless. So my apologies for not finding the original artist. But as you can tell, they flipped this around. There's some editing done. But this definitely went through a partial filter of some kind just because due to the weird clipping here. Like, this shouldn't be the way at all. Like, her body's even more elongated. It's just... The hand seems positioned weird. Now, the winning entry was this right here. Now, I will click these instances. These were the posts by the account, but they deleted their account. This account no longer exists. As soon as like Hoodrat, Mango and all that like pointed this out, this is like less than within 24 hours of this being pointed out, the account was gone. So right here, this is where even like the biggest inconsistencies start showing up. Like this one, I will definitely most agree. I don't know if this was lifted from somebody or not, so my apologies for not finding if part of this was originally someone's piece. Again, but I wanted to at least help bring this to light. Because right here, when we'll look back at this other image, there's so much weird clipping around this piece. Like, someone wouldn't have this type of issue with their outlines, honestly. But somehow, this piece in particular is among the winners. And what's the most telling is the weird clipping. And this normally what this art style would be a vector type art. For those that don't know what that might be, but I mean, even within vector, there would be some kind of weird shapes, but not too inconsistent. But I mean, as they're pointing out this weird, just amalgamation. It's just so inconsistent. This is definitely ran through an AI. Now, which one, I don't know. The other two are very telling. Obviously, stolen artwork, photo manipulated, and then ran through something. I wish I could tell you which one it was, but I don't know. But as you can tell, like with the Akuma piece, just how all this overlaps. I mean, looking at this right here, it's just so saddening. I mean, why this person would do this, I don't know. But again, I'll even show you a search result. I ran a search result on this person, on this account. And this is just the latest that I can find. Now, their accounts are gone. But there are people asking, like, you trace this one. And this person obviously points this out. Seems suspicious. It's definitely an issue. And there are some people praising them and all that. And I mean, obviously people didn't realize till they started looking through all of this. But I mean, when you start looking through their entries, it was definitely very suspicious. I'm sorry, I can't translate some of this stuff. But when we look at the top results, I mean, if they obviously didn't steal the art or anything, they wouldn't have deleted their account. But honestly, Capcom, this is on y'all. I don't know who vetted these entries. Like, honestly, y'all need to have done a better job vetting these 25 of the entries are legit. I can definitely say without a doubt, because some of the accounts I have followed or just over the years supported when I could, I can definitely say most are legit. But the crazy thing is that you guys didn't have somebody like vet these, which throws me off. So currently there's voting within the game. The only one I will tell you not to vote for is that Kimberly piece. It's very saddening to see this happen, especially amongst all these talented people. But other than that, folks, have a wonderful day. Go support these wonderful artists. Definitely go check out the hashtag. Go check out Hoodrat and Mango and several of these other artists that have put in their entries. Have a wonderful day, YouTube.